Most people don't actually want to get better. They want to be the same person with the same habits, but with different results. This is a bitter pill to swallow, but it's the reality we face every day. The desire for improvement often doesn't match the willingness to endure the process that change demands. Growth is uncomfortable, unfamiliar, and at times downright painful. So instead of committing to the hard work required for transformation, most people cling to the illusion that things will somehow magically improve while they remain exactly the same. At the heart of this dilemma is a universal human trait, our fear of discomfort. Change, by its very nature, disrupts the status quo. It challenges deeply ingrained habits and routines, forcing us to step into the unknown. The mind resists this because it equates unfamiliarity with danger. Evolutionarily, our brains are wired to seek safety and predictability. Staying in the comfort zone, even when it's not serving us, feels safer than venturing into uncharted territory. The illusion of effortless transformation. Society doesn't make this any easier. We live in a culture that glorifies instant gratification and quick fixes. Advertisements promise weight loss without exercise, wealth without hard work, and happiness without addressing deeper emotional wounds. Social media amplifies this fantasy, presenting curated versions of success stories without showing the blood, sweat, and tears that went into achieving them. It's no wonder people fall into the trap of wanting results without effort. Consider fitness as an example. Millions of people set goals to lose weight or build muscle every year. They buy gym memberships, download workout apps, and even invest in expensive equipment. Yet, by mid-February, gyms are noticeably emptier. Why? Because the initial burst of motivation isn't enough to carry them through the grind. They expected results to come quickly, without realizing that true change requires consistent effort over months, sometimes years. The same pattern is evident in other areas of life. People want financial freedom, but aren't willing to learn budgeting or curb unnecessary spending. They want fulfilling relationships, but refuse to confront their own emotional baggage or improve their communication skills. They crave knowledge, but would rather scroll aimlessly on their phones than pick up a book. The comfort of blame. Another sad truth is that most people prefer to blame external factors for their lack of progress rather than taking responsibility. It's easier to say, I don't have enough time, or the system is rigged against me, than to admit, I didn't prioritize my goals, or I gave up too soon. This mindset keeps people stuck in a cycle of inaction because it absolves them of accountability. Blame also gives people a sense of control, ironically. If their problems are caused by something external, then they don't have to face the daunting task of fixing themselves. However, this illusion of control is a trap. It keeps people tethered to the very circumstances they want to escape. Why change is so hard? Real change requires more than just a desire to improve. It demands a deep, often uncomfortable self-awareness. You have to confront the habits, beliefs, and behaviors that are holding you back. This process is neither glamorous nor easy. It involves trial and error, setbacks, and moments of self-doubt. Psychologists call this phenomenon the identity trap. People become so attached to their current identity that they fear losing it, even if their identity is tied to negative habits. For example, someone who identifies as a night owl might resist going to bed earlier, even if it's better for their health and productivity. Similarly, someone who sees themselves as bad with money might unconsciously sabotage their efforts to save or invest because it conflicts with their self-image. Breaking free from this trap requires redefining who you are. Instead of saying, I'm a night owl, you might say, I'm someone who values rest and energy. Instead of labeling yourself as bad with money, you can say, I'm learning to manage my finances wisely. These subtle shifts in self-perception can make a world of difference. The grind of consistency. If there's one universal truth about personal growth, it's this. Consistency is the bridge between goals and results. It's not about massive, heroic efforts, but small, daily actions that compound over time. This is where most people falter. They underestimate the power of small changes and overestimate what they can achieve in a short period. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, explains this beautifully. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. In other words, success isn't about setting grand ambitions, but creating systems and routines that make progress inevitable. For instance, if you want to get fit, it's not enough to set a goal of running a marathon. You need to build the habit of running consistently, even if it's just a mile a day. If you want to save money, it's not about earning 6 figures overnight, but learning to save a small percentage of your income every month. The role of environment in change. One often overlooked factor in personal growth is the environment. The people, places, and situations we surround ourselves with can either support or sabotage our efforts. Imagine trying to quit smoking while spending time with a group of heavy smokers. It's an uphill battle. Conversely, if you join a community of non-smokers or those actively trying to quit, your chances of success dramatically improve. Your environment isn't just physical, it's also digital and emotional. If your social media feed is filled with negativity, superficiality, or content that reinforces bad habits, it might be time to clean it up. Surround yourself with positive influences, whether that's motivational speakers, educational content, or uplifting friends. As Jim Rohn famously said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The fear of success. Ironically, the fear of success can also hold people back. Success brings new responsibilities and expectations which can feel overwhelming. For instance, someone who wants to climb the corporate ladder might subconsciously resist promotions because they fear the added pressure and accountability. Understanding and addressing this fear is a crucial part of personal growth. Embracing the journey. Ultimately, the journey towards self-improvement is a deeply personal one. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, and the path is rarely linear. There will be moments of progress and moments of setback. And the key is to keep moving forward, even when it feels like you're taking 1 step back for every 2 steps forward. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. True growth comes from learning to enjoy the process, not just chasing the end result.